Today I'm working on some knife handles for a good friend of mine who is getting ready to give them for a Christmas present. So I thought I would bring you guys along as we went through the drawing process. We're going to start over on the internet to show you the knife that we're going to be working on today. This is from my company. It's szco.com. And this happens to be the 7-inch drop point hunter blade. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is, and I've already done this, is we are going to just take a picture of this because we need to get the shape of the blade. Now, it's not quite perfectly flat, so it's going to get us really, really close, and then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to see what we need to do to modify, change, or adjust. Now, with this thing in mind, all of these are hand ground, and so each of them are going to be just slightly different. And so let's go ahead and start with the spire. I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to make this one in the X. We're going to make this one 7 since it's a 7-inch knife. And in the Y, probably close to 3 will be plenty. Thickness right now doesn't matter a whole lot because I'm going to be working on the artwork on it, and then eventually we'll then modify our thickness. Go ahead and click on OK. And we're going to use this button up here to import our bitmap. Okay, so here's our blade blank. So this is that same picture. Now I'm going to rotate this around so it's flat. And then I'm just going to kind of scale it, holding down Shift, and we're going to get it about 7 inches long, and that should get us really close to the actual size of the knife. Okay, so once we've got it rotated, the very first step is to trace. That's with this tool right here. I'm going to start up here on the top point, and what I'm looking for are nice arc points. So we have a nice clean arc right there, and we're going to come down here and try to find something similar. And sometimes we'll notice that if I come up nice and close, I'm going to have kind of 2 different arcs here, so I'll use a Bezier for that one. Come over to this edge, and now I'm going to work on the silver edge right here, because that's going to give me the top edge of the knife and not that side. Now on this one, I'm going to come all the way up to here, and what I want to have are 2 curves that I can build a nice Bezier off. And as you do this more and more, you'll get more and more comfortable with how it's going to work. So I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to snap back up over there. So now I've got a nice closed vector there. We're going to go into node mode. You can do that with this button here. And I'm going to take this first one, and with the little squiggle on my mouse, I'm going to hit A, which is arc. And I'm going to pull this up until I get a nice curve that fits. On this one, I'm going to go B for Bezier. I'm going to grab both points there and drag them up until one side looks perfect. And so I'm going to just keep pulling it over, and I'm actually really happy with that right there, so I'll probably just leave it. This one here is also a Bezier, and I'll pull these ones up here as well. We're going to try to make it look about perfect. So on this one, I am going to take this line and pull it out a little bit more, and this one and bring it back just a little bit. Now that's going to give me about the right curve. Again, we're going to give us 5 thousandths both directions to make sure that it's perfect. So I'll go to this one, Bezier these ones, and now let's see if an arc will do. Let's pull this over here to a nice arc. And I think that arc's going to look really good there. So let's try an arc on this one as well. Okay, I like the way that looks, but I don't like the point there. So this arc needs to come in just slightly. I'm going to use my arrow keys to bump it up to get it really nice and close. And can. Now on this one, it's definitely going to be a Bezier. Now this one is going to pull outward to match right there. And then this side is going to pull inward. And so we're going to just keep pulling both handles until we get it just where we want. Now you'll notice that what I do to one is going to affect the other one. And so as we do this, sometimes I'll just use my keys on my keyboard so I can bump things around just slightly and a little bit at a time. And now I've got a nice trace that just follows that edge perfectly. Okay, this one's going to go to an arc. And let's pull this one down to here. Okay, and now we have the top of our knife handle and how we want that to look. I'm going to leave it a nice sharp edge right there, but I am going to radius those 2 points just to give it something to look at. The next thing I'm going to do is place my holes. And again, those holes are going to be, we're going to guesstimate, and I'm going to make them small so that when they're actually there, we can then drill them out to the right size. On this particular one, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I might come in here and leave this for like a paracord tie-off and just use these 2 holes. Haven't decided yet, so we're going to do a couple modifications on there and decide what we like. I'm going to start by just placing my hole here. So it looks like it's going to be a 1/4 inch. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2. Just off my 2 corners right there. We're just taking off the sharp edges. And there. All right, let's turn off our bitmap. Okay, we have 2 beautiful different knife handles here. Okay, this one can also go away. We have our 2 handles, 2 different styles of handles. And we'll take this and we're going to do all of our artwork on it. And then we're going to mirror at the bottom, have both. We're going to start now by just centering it, taking our shape here, and doing a very simple lift. So we're just going to go into our create rounded shape. Okay, and I'm going to set my profile height to inches. I want it to be about 3/16. So let's just go ahead and click on create. Take a look at what we get here. So here's our shape. Okay. Now it comes all the way down to that flat point, and I want it that way because we are blending right into the blade of the knife. Okay, now that we've got it blended down in there, we want to take a look at our handle, just kind of rock it around and see what we think. So we've got a 3/16 at its most high point right here. Okay, and it just blends back down into nothing. It's kind of where we want it. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Now, if we do want to modify this a little bit and give it a limit, then we can come in here and say, profile this off at 1/4 inch, right? And then I want to limit it to, and I change this to inches. And I'm going to change this back to here. And now what it will do is it'll trim off the flat spot up here at the top. So it's going to radius up quicker, but you'll see that our knife has a flat at the top where it's trimmed off the top of that and make sure we don't go above the 3/16. So depends upon how you want to build your knife and how big your hand is, how full you want it to feel. I'm going to go ahead and leave it this way with this one, and we're going to go ahead and click on close. Okay, so here we are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this handle here. We've got it traced out to where we believe it's correct. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it a small offset outwards. And so we're going to go into our modeling, and we have all these really cool tools down here. We did all of our shape editing tools and our 2-rail sweeps and lots of things we could do. But today, all we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick offset on our model. Okay, so we are going to go to here, create component, by adding an offset. Okay, and all I want to do is offset 0.005. So not very much at all. We're going to clip the Z values because I don't want it to go any higher. We're just going to preview that. Okay. So if we decide that 5 thousandths is too small of an offset, and maybe it's a little too small, then we're going to come back here, grab this again, go back to our design, and let's go with a 50 thousandths, 0.05. I think that's going to give us a little bit more. Okay, so now we have this offset that's just about a 1/16, and maybe let's go 0.03. Let's see what that one looks like. I think we can get within that accuracy. So now if we're going to clean our handle off to just sand that to perfection, we can do that one. So I'm going to leave it here. We've clipped our Z values so that it doesn't get any thicker. But all we have now is a handle that's slightly larger than what we believe that knife's going to be. Again, we're going to cut this. We're going to check it. I'm going to cut it again. All right. So here's our part. Everything looks great. The last thing we're going to do is drill our holes out and get everything else ready to go. So let's grab our handle, bring it up here to the top, and then we're just going to do a mirror flip, and we're just going to go in the flip vertical. It's going to lay our other handle there. So there's our right and left side, and let's drill our holes. So we're going to grab all 4 holes. These are going to drill all the way through to the bottom. We're going to pound a brass, 1/4 inch brass through there, and we're going to round the top. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're just going to do a drilling tool path, and we are going to drill down all the way through our material. And so we're just going to set up right now. We're going to set that we're going a full 3/4, and we're going to do that with a 1/4 inch drill bit. Okay. Now for your own machine, you need to set these at whatever is correct for you. So here we're just going to say drill it, calculate it. We've got our drill holes. Boom. Now we look at our material thickness here, and we're going to say we're pretty thin, so let's actually make this a smaller piece of material. Let's go to a 0.375 piece of material. Okay, let's go to a 1/4 inch. We can do it. All right, there's our 1/4 inch material. That means that when we do this, we're going to adjust our drilling to be 1/4 inch. Okay, so when we set up our tool path, we're going to go right to our finishing tool path. We're going to go with a 1/8 inch ball end mill because there's not really a lot of detail on this one. So we're going to go to our ball nose bits, tapered ball nose, and our 1/8 inch bit right here. Okay. All right. Set up your feeds and speeds based upon what your machine can do. Mine's going to go decently fast. I'm going to offset machine this, and I'm going to do model boundary and calculate. So let's go ahead and preview all of our tool paths. We're going to drill some holes. We're going to machine those out. Now I want to cut them out, so I'm going to use an 1/8 inch drill bit for that. So I'm going to grab my vectors, not my model, just my vectors. So you and you. And we're going to do a profile pass. We're going to start at 3/16, and we're going to cut down a 1/16. Okay, I'm going to go on the outside, select my tool. It's going to be the 1/8 inch end mill real quickly here. And this is the last step of our part here. We're just going to cut this down. We're going to make this one tool number 4. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. Now I'm outside the line, and I do need to do an allowance offset of 0.03 because that's the offset that I made in my model as well. Okay, and then I'm going to add small tabs to these ones. And they're going to be pretty small. They're going to be a 1/4 inch. And thickness, we'll tell it's a 1/4 inch too. And I'm just going to add one tab here on the end. Okay. 2 little tabs right there. And 2 little tabs on the outside. Okay. All right, and let's go ahead and calculate this one. Okay, and preview our tool path. Boom. Okay, now what that will give us is our knife handles ready to go. We have our small ridge, which we're going to be sanding right to, so we get a perfect finish. These knife handles are ready to go or ready to be personalized. So if you want to personalize them, then of course you can add things like, for instance, I can put my last name in there. Okay, if we're going to personalize, we're going to start by grabbing a circle, and maybe I want to put in here a little cute little circle right there. Then I'm going to close, and I'm going to do an offset inwards. And I'm going to go pretty small on my offset inwards. It doesn't need to have a lot in there. All right, so where is my offset tool? Right there. And we'll go inwards on that one, 0.025. Okay, there's my little offset inward. And here, I'm going to go to my draw text. I'm going to put text in a box, and I'm going to call it that circle right there. I'm just going to put an H in there because my last name is Hennen, so why not put an H? And I might find a cooler H. Nope, not that one. Let's go through our fonts here. And find one that looks decent. Okay, that's kind of a cool H. It's a little bit wide, but I think we can work with that one. And I'm going to rotate it like that. Okay, now I can grab all of that, and I can do my same flip horizontal. There it is there. And now I can come in here. I'm going to select both of those really quickly, put a V-carve in there. I'm not going to have any flat depth at all. Remove that one. The 45-degree bit's going to be probably perfect. So let's go ahead and just V-carve that one. We're going to project it onto the 3D model. That's the most important thing you can do here. And let's preview that one. Boom. I'm going to move this up before my cutout, but after my 3D carving. Now I've got my 2 knife handles personalized, ready to go. All right, watch for the next video where we're going to be cutting it out with my friend Hayden. See you guys in the next one.